A is for apparatus. Hi everybody, it's Lauren Brown, also known as Raggedy Royal on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and now YouTube. And today I'm going to be telling you about 4 tools that you need to add to your makeup collection. They're going to make things much easier for you. I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to demonstrate. Show and demonstrate are synonyms. Anyways, I'm in a makeup vocabulary series where I'm going through the makeup ABCs. So products, tips, tricks, anatomy. Where on the face are we even talk? When people say words, what do they even mean? The makeup vocabulary. So apparatus is towards the beginning in A, but we're gonna go from A all the way to Z. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below and subscribe to stay on this journey with us. We just hit 50,000 subscribers. Now we're going for the big 100. Yes, we are. If you want to buy any of the products that I talked about in this video, if they're in the YouTube shopping affiliate marketplace, I will add them. You can buy them directly from this video or in the description bar down below. And that's all from me in this intro. Let's get into the video. Okay, so the first tool starts before I even start my makeup application. This is a face razor. Specifically, these are face razors by Revlon. They are my favorite. I have tried many throughout the years. I like these. These are actually a little bit too sharp sometimes, okay? So you gotta be careful. I use this tool to just clean up everything, right? So specifically my eyebrows. This is what I use this for the most. I like to go under my eyebrows and just cut all the hairs that do not fit, okay? So it could be just a quick clean up. Sometimes I clean up the top too. I just cleaned up my brows yesterday. I'll put the video in on the side. That's what I use this for, to clean up my brows, because it's way easier to get that sharp, clean brow look if your brow hairs are already in place. It creates way less work for me. My eyebrows also don't grow in the same. So sometimes I use this not only as an eraser to clean up the edges, but also, you know, as a tool to sculpt the brow shape to match one another. This brow comes in way more angular. This brow comes in way more round. And most of the times I just let it be. Like, you probably go through my pictures after this and be like, oh yeah, her eyebrows are not that. I just let it be. But sometimes I'm like, no, you guys will be identical. So I'll use this to carve the shapes like each other. Also the skinny brow. So sometimes I do skinny brows. Sometimes my brows are thicker. It really depends on the vibe I'm going for. When I was younger, I used to cut my brows in half. I would not recommend that. It's so hard to get the actual like fake brow texture. But when I used to cut my brows in half, do a skinny brow, anything like that, I'll use this just to get the shape that I want, to get the size that I want, right? Now this next part is controversial, personal opinion. Shaving my face, right? I don't like the way that makeup sits on my face hair. I don't like it. I can tell when my face is more smooth before I put on makeup and when it's less smooth before makeup. I usually just put on a moisturizer. I have on the CeraVe moisturizing cream. And then I just go from the perimeters of my face and shave my face like this. There's not much hair on my face. There is not much hair on my face today, just because I did shave my face yesterday. So this is just how I go about it, right? I like to get my little mustache, because also I take really close-up pictures sometimes, especially when I do my lip tutorials. So you can always just see like the hair right there, and I just feel like it distracts and takes away from like what I'm actually trying to do. So that's that. There's probably gonna be some people writing comments like, this makes my face break out. Then don't do it. Like I said, this one is really personal. I especially use this for the eyebrows, but the face is something that I also shave, but I know it's personal, so people have really sensitive skin. So if it's going to irritate your skin, skip it. If hair doesn't bother you underneath your makeup application, skip it. But if your skin is not irritated by it and makeup application on top of your hair, the hair really distracts and it bothers you, then you can always shave your face. So that is our first tool. Handy dandy. It's not something that I pack for a one-night trip, but when I'm gone for a week or two, I'm like, I already know my brows just gonna be, and my brows grow fast. So then you also, you know, go right here, get the unibrow. I'm trying to tell you, you can go underneath to really get it nice and angular. They sell them everywhere. X, Ulta, Sephora. My favorite place to get them is from a drugstore, and my favorite brand is the Revlon one. The next tool is a pencil sharpener, okay? You can use this one from Benefit Cosmetics, you can use this one from Urban Decay, you can use one from the dollar store, you can use one from wherever. But you need a pencil sharpener in your collection. Why do you need a pencil sharpener in your collection? It makes this next makeup step so much simpler. This is the ColourPop Lippie pencil in pitch, and as you can see, it's a little bit dull, right? So I'll show you what happens when you use a dull pencil. You can use it, but it's kind of shaky. I'm gonna just leave it there. It's kind of shaky. Now, when you sharpen the pencil, right, you can really hit the edges different. And have bold, clean edges. And that makes a difference. And it saves a lot of time. Taking 30 seconds and sharpening it saves a lot of time and a lot of having to reapply throughout the day. And I'll admit, this pencil wasn't that unsharp. But if you have pencils that are missing their top, they're broken, they're a little bit more nubby, like this is a wood pencil, especially with the wood pencils, you have to sharpen them so that you can get a sharp edge and so that it can be usable. Sometimes you have a pencil so broken, there's nothing there. So a pencil sharpener, they say, oh, shavings just came out. They sell them everywhere. They're super cheap. Also use pencil sharpeners for pencils like this. This is an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On pencil that you can use on top of your eye or in the waterline. As you can see, I just sharpened it like yesterday, so it is nice and sharp. Using this nice and sharp on the waterline will be nice and safe. However, if you're dragging a wooden pencil that is not sharp, you're getting that wood very close to your waterline, and that's scary. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have a pencil sharpener on hand. I don't really believe in having too many tools unless they serve a purpose. And sharpeners serve a big purpose. I always try to take them everywhere with me, especially if I'm traveling. The next tool, baby scissors. Yes. All right, why are we using baby scissors? To size and measure our lashes. So when you take the lashes straight out the pack like I'm doing here, these are the XO Cosmetics lashes in basic. They are not sized to your eye. All right, except for, I will say this, now that I've done some live master classes, a couple, you know, you should join me for the next one. But now that I've done live master classes, I have noticed that only 2 participants in the history of all the master classes have the lashes actually worked. Their eye has been as long as the lash. 2. So most people that is not true for, and it's not true for me. So here's the lash just straight out the pack. I'm going to apply it just as if it has glue on. And as you can see, it is too big for my eye. How do you know it's too big for my eye? This end part is down here on my lower lash line. It's too big, and then it will start to bunch up right here. It'll start to fit weird. It's going to irritate my eye first and foremost. It's going to be uncomfortable, and it's not going to look right. Okay, so we have to cut these, right? Now, I've used kitchen scissors. I've used big scissors. I've used all types of scissors. The mini scissors are very, very handy. Add them to when you go travel, when they're in your purse, whenever you take your lashes. Because sometimes you get a fresh pack of lashes. You're like, I'm just going to take this on the go. When you going to cut it? How you going to cut it? How you going to cut it? So how I cut my lashes, I just cut about 1 or 2 bunches. I have an entire video on how to apply lashes. I talk more about like what the bunches are and all that. But I cut just about the amount that I need, and then I'm going to apply it again, and as you can see, that's much better. It's not droopy, it's not falling down to my lower lash line. I can't feel it in the corner of my eye, and it fits. It looks much better. So that's why you need the little scissors. They also come in handy if you're trying to open anything. They're come in handy for a lot of stuff that you may not even think. Sometimes I'd be out of stuff like primer. Like when you're down to your bottom, this is real. When you're down to your bottom a little bit and you got to cut the corner off so you can get some. So these definitely an MVP tool of your makeup kit. Now the last one I'm going to talk about also includes the lashes, and just tweezers are pretty important in general. They're kind of like scissors. You never know what you're going to need them for till you need them for something. Tweezers, although I am a big advocate for people learning how to put on lashes with their fingers, even in my live classes where I teach people how to put on makeup, teach people how to put on faux lashes specifically, I'm like, look, you're going to learn this first with your hands. Then I teach them how to use the applicator or tweezers, but you're going to learn this first with your hands. The tweezers are helpful. They're helpful because sometimes it's just the inner corner and you don't want to put your fingers in there because it's like, oh, I might wipe off the eyeshadow. It can be a little cumbersome, right? You just need to fix one little angle. I'm going to put some glue on this lash and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so the lashes are on and now I'm going to show you what I mean. This lash, the inner corner is a little bit too high. The tweezer can pull it and place it exactly where I want it. You can still use your fingers too on the outer corner, but sometimes on the inner corner, boom, the tweezers help connect it where it needs to be. So the tweezers definitely come in handy, and they are my fourth and final apparatus or tool that I'm teaching you how to use and persuading you to add to your makeup collection. You have the face razor, the pencil sharpener, the mini scissors, and the tweezers. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, stick around. I'm doing a makeup vocabulary series where I'm going from A to Z, the makeup ABCs. I'm talking about tips, products, tricks, techniques, anatomy, vocab words, everything. So please stick around. I'm also posting way more in the shorts tab and on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all at Raggedy Royal, and Threads, every social media site, Pinterest, every social media site at Raggedy Royal, the same way it's spelled down below. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. If you have a suggestion or request for the next video, what you want to see, what you need to know, let me know in the comments down below because that also helps me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.